We're in summer now, and that means it's time for a seasonal shelf change. And yes, I do have a seasonal shelf, which is the backdrop of most of my videos over here, and it is specifically this one right above me, like head level. It is this one shelf here. The rest are pretty stationary. I don't expect to change anytime soon. Yes, I've been planning to give you a shelf tour, but as you can probably guess, there are some empty spots here that are waiting to be filled, and that is specifically reserved for all the goodies that I'll be picking up from the new Fantasyland at Tokyo Disney. So I'm waiting for that to happen, so those are on hold. I designated this one particular shelf on my bookcase to coincide with the changes of the season, so I'll be swapping out items to go with whatever season's happening at the moment or whatever event is happening. And since we are getting into summer, that means all the spring items, as much as I love it, need to go. They need to get replaced with the summer ones. And in most of my videos, my head or my body takes up like a third to a half of the shelf, so you don't get to see all the things that are on it in its entirety. So in this video, you'll finally be able to see what things are tucked into corners or what little knickknacks are between things or in the middle of things, because you don't normally get to see them. I've actually never had a Disney seasonal shelf until now, because we finally have the room to be able to display all my Disney goodies. So this will be a very interesting transition for me, because that means I'll have to be scouring through all my collections and see which ones should go where, and obviously putting these down, taking these down, and putting them safely away until next year. I thought I should probably make a video to create a memory of the things that were on the shelf in the spring of this year, just to, you know, something to refer to in the future and to give you an idea of the kind of things that I really like to display during the springtime, especially Disney stuff. The majority of the things I will be sharing with you are from Japan. They are exclusive to Japan. Give or take a couple of items I've received from overseas or bought from overseas, and so I will be pointing that out to you. I won't be able to share with you the retail price because I really don't remember how much they go for. For the rest of the video, I'll be behind camera and we'll be going through all the fun Disney goodies that are on the shelf. And with that, let's start the tour of my spring Disney shelf. Alright, let's begin the tour. We're starting off on the left corner. Over there, hiding in the back, is the 35th Disneyland Anniversary Happy Marching Fun Duffy and Friends merchandise lineup. This is Stella Lou over there sitting in the corner, and she is wearing a marching band outfit. Each of the Duffy and Friends have different colors for their marching band outfits, and they also have been designated a particular instrument. This is actually the small version of the plush, not the regular size, which is why she doesn't have that instrument. If you, however, purchase the costume set of the regular sized plush, she does come with an instrument, and I do have the accompanying Shelly May, which is also the small version, and here she is in her pink band outfit. I decided to put both of them in opposite corners because that's where I felt they matched the most in terms of this color scheme. And right on top of the small version plush of Stella Lou is the keychain version. This is the ever so popular souvenir of the Duffy and Friends merchandise lineup. A lot of people love the keychain plushies, I myself included. And in the corner, alongside the Stella Lou plush, is Ufufi. Remember Ufufi? But every now and then, they do get released still at the Japan Disney stores. This is of the Sakura Ufufi line. There were many characters that got released. I just picked up Donald to go with my Sakura Tsum Tsum Donald, which I got before I got the Ufufi. This is an older one, so I thought they would make a nice pair should they be together. And they don't smell like Sakura, thank goodness, because I'm starting to get a little overwhelmed with the scent of Ufufis. I myself have all my Ufufis stuck in a box because the scent or the smell was just so overwhelming. I started to get a headache at one point. If you have any ideas on how I can tone down the scent of the Ufufis, do let me know. And what Ufufi Donald is sitting on top of is the Flying Dumbo attraction that you can find at Fantasyland in Tokyo Disneyland. And this is a mini candy case or a mini snack case. And actually, I featured him in another haul. You can pull open the top, and that's how you would stuff things inside. He's currently empty. I'm thinking of maybe putting little things in there because I do have a bunch of little things. I just can't decide what little things he should hold at the moment. So he's empty, just acting as a base for Ufuhi Donald. Next up, to the side of Sakura Tsum Tsum Donald are two of the newer Tsum Tsums, which were released, I want to say this year? Yeah, sometime this year, early February or late January, which are of the Hay Fever Tsum Tsum series. I loved it because you don't normally get Tsum Tsums in or wearing different expressions. Like, you normally get them looking like that, but for once they had different facial expressions, and I just couldn't help myself because of that. I love characters if they are in not their usual poses or not their usual expressions, and so I picked up my two favorites, Donald and Daisy. I loved that they were in their little jammies, and this one thing drooping over their heads are actually like their nightcaps. They're supposed to look miserable, and that's why they look the way they do, because they're sick. And I thought they would be so nice to add to my Tsum Tsum collection. And I situated them right at the bottom underneath this wreath because it's all flowery and it's all pollen. So I thought it was an appropriate location for them. Anyway, this is an old Tsum Tsum release. It is a Spring Easter Tsum Tsum release. It is a set of 4. All of them are Easter bunnies. They came with Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, and Pluto. I also love that they have different expressions on each of their faces. All of them are very fluffy, and this wreath is also very fluffy. I love the fluffiness of things. That's why I have so many soft toys. At the bottom is the newest Duffy and Friends Heartwarming Days, and it is the first time that Cookie Ann is featured with all the friends, so this was a pretty historic moment, and this is of one of the more popular merchandise items among the Duffy and Friends lineup, and it is a glass canister that features all the friends in their figurine form sitting on top of the glass canister. And inside the glass canister is an instant mix for a beverage. In this case, it is the strawberry fromage, if I recall correctly. I did a more in-depth review of this particular merchandise in another video, which I will be linking to in the box. I also did make a drink from the mix and did a taste test as well, so please do check it out. To the right side of the Duffy and Friends glass canister, we have a postcard from last year from the Disney Easter event at Disney Sea featuring the Usapios. It was the first time that the Usapios debuted for an Easter event, and I loved them so much. By the time I went to Disney Sea for the Easter event, they were pretty much sold out of the Usapio merch that I really wanted. It was really hard to get any merch of them because they were crazy popular, so I didn't come home with a lot of Usapio merch, unfortunately. Sitting right next to the postcard is Donald in his Usapio Disney Easter outfit. Is the same outfit that you can see in the postcard, and I picked him up in the same trip where I picked up the postcard. Above the postcard and Disney Easter Donald is another type of Disney Easter costume Donald from a previous event. It is of the Fashionable Easter, and he has a more punk look design on him because each themed port or each land was designated a particular style or fashion style, and he was representing Mysterious Island, and Mysterious Island had a steampunk theme going on for it. Right next to Donald is actually the Valentine's event costumes for Duffy and Shelly May. At this time, Stella Lou and Gelatoni were not present, so this was before any of them had any friends. That's kind of sad to say that out loud, but anyway, so they have very pink and blues and checkered outfits. This was a very baker's theme going on, and they recently also released a baker's theme because of the commemoration and celebration of Cookie Ann's debut, which is why you see Stella Lou here in her baker's outfit. It's quite different compared to the Valentine's Day outfits. I also did an in-depth review of Stella Lou and also purchased the bigger costume set for the medium-sized plush one, so you can check that out in the same Heartwarming Days haul as the glass canister. Coming to the end here in the corner is the smallest keychain version you can get of the Duffy and Friends plushies. These are super small or considered SS or extra small. Why did I say super small? Oh my gosh. SS extra small versions of Duffy and Shelly Mae plush keychain badges. That's a mouthful. And they are from an older spring event called, oh my gosh, what is that name? Spring Voyage? Yes, Spring Voyage. And they are more of a traveling / flowery blossoms or spring blossom sort of theme to it. Finally, we have Donald, which is of the 35th anniversary event of Tokyo Disneyland, and this is not really the 35th anniversary as much as it is the parallel event, which is the Chocolate Crunch Shop that ran for a limited time. It ran during the duration of the 35th anniversary, and then it was gone. I really hope they bring it back because it doesn't have any semblance of an anniversary. It was just like a limited time shop. Donald is in a chocolatier outfit because he was taking part in the chocolate competition, and for this shop you could essentially create your own tin of chocolate crunches. You could put together different kinds of flavors, you could pick your tin design, you could pick the ribbon that the tin would be wrapped in. It was such a great shop. Like, I don't think there's any reason why they shouldn't bring it back. It was so popular. They also had the nephews and Daisy. Ludwig von Drake was the judge. It was such a great concept. If you love the ducks and duck family, this was like the shop that you wanted to stop by. And with that, that's I think everything there is to see on this Disney spring shelf. Come back next time to check out my summer shelf. And that's what's sitting on my seasonal Disney shelf for spring this year. Thanks so much for sharing your time with me, and I'll see you in the next video.